Hello, I'm Bex with Aqua's Crafts, and I started this a few days ago. As you can see, it's a envelope from mail. I just got my pieces cut and everything, and then I had to go on to do something else. You know how that is when you're crafting. But this is just a window envelope. That's all it is. And I just cut these. I just am fortunate enough that I have these old spellbinders cut out to the size of window envelopes. So that's what I use to run it through and get, if I want it on cardstock or something, the exact size. A little easier than cutting it out, but I just thought I would just come on camera and just see if I can get this finished. Let's see, I cut out the pieces for everything. I think I did. So let's just go ahead and see what we have here. I did some inside pieces, just randomly chose them and folded them. So we're going to put those to the side for a moment. See if we can get, oh, there's some more pages. I think I planned on putting these inside also. Let's set those aside. Okay, this is for the cover, and I marked everything out where it's supposed to go. And look, I did not get that correct. It should be over here. This one, I cut it out in the correct spot, right against the edge, right there. I think that one is correct. This one is not. I cut them out at the same time. I don't know how I did it, but I did. So what I need to do is move it over here and glue a strip of paper here to cover up that difference. And it doesn't matter. I am going to, and my plan was to sew lace on the edge anyway, so it's not going to be a big deal at all. I just need to put a little piece there. So I think we need to go ahead and just glue that little piece on first, just before we start putting everything else on. I think I'm just going to put just a little bit because I'm going to sew on it. I'm not going to make sure that this is secured within an inch of its life. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I am happy to get this little piece, this little project done. Just started it just for the fun of it. That goes to the edge. There we go. And that will work. And that's how I do layouts. I just mark them, and I don't know how I did that. I did it. That's all that matters, is I did it and I can correct it. I haven't gone so far that I cannot correct it. And I cut these pieces to go for the inside of each. So I think those should go on first, and then I'll refold it. So that's the front. And here are the inside pieces. Mushrooms on the front. Snowflakes on the inside. Okay, that will be easier for me to remember. I am going to do this. Where's my pen? My beautiful little pen that Lori at Peter Pie Designs sent me. This is top inside. T-I, top inside. This is top cover. Top inside. This is top inside, and this is top back. That would be easy though, because that's directional. Easier to figure out. Okay, see, here is the window envelope. And that is the entirety of it. Let's see, we want to start gluing. I don't know if it's better to glue the inside first or the outside first. I don't think it really matters. And they're pretty much the same size. Let's just see which one we have here. Okay, this one goes here. So we'll just glue it down, refold it, then put this one on, glue this on the inside and refold it. I don't think that matters which way they go. Not really. Just get them in the general area. I think we'll be fine. I just cut all these out of scraps that I had. I think the papers go together pretty good. Not too fussed about these edges here because these are going to be getting glued over that. Let's go ahead and fold it. Make sure I get it folded back the way it was. Let's see how that works. Yes, that is good. Okay. Now let's get this one glued on the inside. Let's flatten it back out. There we go. Just get glue on this one. Where are my lines? There they are. I see them now. They're a little harder to see on this black. I like that print, actually. Get it to the other end. Make sure that's pretty good there. Like that. Okay, we need a little bit more glue here. There. Let's just fold it in this. Just creasing it. Oh, hold it down better with this brush, bristle brush, that little brush that fell apart on another video. I haven't got out there to the garage yet and to my Joe's workshop to get glue to glue that back with, but it worked as a bone folder, didn't it? Okay, I think that looks really, really good. So let's just carry on here. Where's the front piece? That is top and the cover. Oh, it will go here. All we need to do is match up that. Do I need to? I think we need to ink that, don't we? Ink that inside. Let's ink this a bit. Just to get rid of that white edge there. I don't want a white frame. There. I didn't do this one all the way down the edge. That's funny. We can do it now. No problem. Okay. These are so cute. This is last year's papers. I don't remember which store they're from. But they're so cute. Love the mushrooms. Might as well leave that open like that. So this needs to glue down right on the frame. Just right there. Okay. Whoops. It's going a little crazy there. Get this glue down. There, I think that will work. I'm going to stand up so I can put this on. See exactly where it needs to go. The top here. I think that's correct. Turn it over. There. Now I need to remember the back ones I need to make bring them out far enough to meet this edge. I love that sound of that window envelope. Okay, that looks so cute. Okay, now let's go ahead and get this window on here. I'll just glue it on and then we will go from there. I don't think I did the inside of this one either. There, that works. Just glue it down. There we go. Let's see how the placement of this one's going to be. Just need it right on top of the other one. Let's turn it over real quick before we really smash it down and make sure that is good to go. I think that is good. Okay, let's see if we can sit back down now. I think I've got that really well. That is so cute. That's okay that that's a little farther out. I'm going to sew some lace on it or glue some lace on it. Either way, there'll be something on there. Okay, let's put this back one on. Wait a minute, let's see. How are we supposed to do this one? This needs to be even with that. So we need to glue it on like that. Remind me that it needs to be farther up. Once I glue this one on, that's okay. I can get this one. See if I did it big enough. Whew, barely. Just, yeah, that'll work. Okay, I already inked that up. Looks like it. So let's get this. So we don't need glue on this line. We'll glue this whole thing. Okay. Okay, we need to do this like this. Oh, how about we work smarter, not harder, Bex? We'll just line it up to this and bring this up to it. Now, a little bit farther. There we go. Just a little glue on this side. Okay, let's make sure it's all the way to the top and the bottom. There we go. I remember how I did that too because I cut off the torn up edge of the flap on the envelope. That's how I got this side so much shorter. There. Okay, let's get this piece glued on. Then we will have our cover pretty much done. Okay, there we go. Now this just needs to go. Make sure there's going to be, oh, there's going to be enough room. Okay. Meet that. This edge. See how that looks. So happy to use a lot of my scraps for this little project. There, that is really, really cute. And you can see the snowflakes through, but you'll be seeing something else because we're going to put some pages in here. Let's see how the pages are going to fit. That's pretty. You can see the snowflake. I think we want some more pages in here. These are 8.5 by 11. They must be a little shorter, but I think they'll work. This is tea and coffee dyed papers. Oh no, that's perfect. It's shorter, but I'm not fussed about that. Let's just go possibly every other one here. There we go. Let's make a darker one to be here. That's fun. Let's see if that's going to stick out at all. Nope, not at all. Need to do something on these pages here to make them not so bland. Let's scoot that over and scoot that over. How about let's see if we have a big piece of paper to pop under here. Here we go. Eventually I'll find one. This is where it's folded, so let's go ahead and ink this. These edges real quick. Just a bit. Just a little bit of color here. There. Okay. I think I have a stencil over here that might be pretty. That's pretty big, but that's fine. Or do I want a smaller one? I like that. Just the bristles here. Okay, let's get some stenciling on here. Let's have a look. Oops. Yeah, I think that is just fine. I like that. Let's do the same thing to this side. Let's see how that looks before we pull the whole thing off. Perfect. I think that looks very good. Okay, now we have the first one done. Let's see. I think we have some snowflakes. Where'd our snowflakes go? Here they are. Have some snowflakes. How about we do some snowflakes on the coffee dyed pages here. Put that under there. And go right here. There. Just the end of the snowflakes. I think that's pretty. It's going to just a little bit of color there. A little bit of ink, I should say, not color. Already has a little color. There we go. That works. And we'll go to the back and do the same to this other page. There we go. Just add a little bit of ink. There we go. those two pages. What else do we have? Okay, that one's done. Those are done. We might put something on there. We'll just see. Don't have to put something on every one. But I do want to tone down these white pages. Down there. Let's do the same thing here. Let's ink these up around the edges. I like to do that. I think it makes them look a little bit like parchment paper. This one, we'll just do some more snowflakes. I think that will be fun. Just do one slightly right there. There we go. Let's see if we can do it all the way down with the same one. That looks cute. There we go. A little bit of snowflakes there. You can turn it to this side. Do the same thing. That's cute. Do one more down here. And, whoops, one more there. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. This one is already done. I think pretty much done. Let's see, we'll just leave that one like that. This one goes on the inside. So let's see what we can do on this inside part. I really kind of like it coming from the side. I don't know why, but I do. So that's what we're going to do. I do like my stencils hanging over the edge a bit. Yeah, we're going to use our bristles here. That's funny. There we go, just a hint of it. I think that's really pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. Wonder if we should just put one. We have this pretty, really pretty, whoops, I knocked the camera. Let's see if it's off the stand here a little bit. There we go. That's all right now. Okay, let's just do this. I think this is pretty. Does it go this way? I think it goes this way. We'll just do a few of these. Really pretty. Now we're just going to go ahead and do this one here. There. I like that. That's pretty. Okay, I think we have them done now. All the pages. Something on them. Okay, I really like how it looks. Let's see. Looks good, good. There we go. I think I like that. I'm not real thrilled about the stars one. So I think I'm going to go get some more of my coffee dyed papers and glue over the stars. I don't really like that. Not real thrilled with it. So let's do that. Be right back in a moment. We'll get some papers to put over those. So I just decided it was easier to just, since it was 9 inches by 11 inches, it's just easier to get a piece of paper that was 12 by 12 and glue it on too. So that was just easier. So I think the glue is dry enough. It dries pretty quickly. Let's just trim it off. Just was not thrilled about the stars. There are no rules in junk journaling. You can, if you don't like it, just cover it up and go again. I think I like this much better. Much better. I like that. Let's just gently fold it opposite direction, and then we'll fold it back the correct direction. And gently, just gently fold it that way, and now we'll fold it back. Just a little wrinkly, but I'm not fussed about it. I think it just adds to the character. There. Okay, now I like that better. Let's go around these edges here, where the white edges of that piece of paper that we just glued on the back. There we go. Okay, I think that I really am liking that much better. So let's just get our little journal here. This is made out of a junk mail envelope, window envelope. That's going to be the center. This goes in between here. Okay, now let's fold this up. Let's see what we think now. Okay, I think I'm going to like this much better. There's the front, then we go here. Goes in the middle. Okay, there we go. I like that much better. Those stars were just not working for me. This is the center of the signature. I think that's really pretty. There, much better. I like that. There we go. Much, much better. I like that. So we will sew lace on the front, but do we want to add some little pockets or anything? I think so. Let's get some, what does this look like on it? I like this, but not on that page. Let's see if there's something we would like to put on that page as a pocket. That might make a pretty pocket on that front page. Ooh, that's pretty too. This is really pretty. Let's do this one on the front here. That's really pretty. Okay, let's do pretty big pocket. Let's cut this side. There, that'll work, but we want it to be below this pocket. I mean window. So we want to cut below this snowflake right on the top here. And then we'll have another pocket for another spot. That's really cute. That's really crooked also. Let's see here. go. I like that. Let's get a little thumb notch in this. There we go. And let's get it inked in just a little bit there on the sides. That is really pretty. I like that. Let's go ahead and get this glued down. There we go. A little bit of glue. There. Get my paper towel. I would rather it be on the paper towel than my fingers. Sometimes I just don't remember. That's pretty crooked. There we go. Let's see. That's better. Okay, that's a nice pocket right there. Let's just go toward the back with the other pocket. I'm going to straighten this up. It's actually the bottom that's crooked. There. And get my little thumb notch better. There it is. Just made a tiny spot there. There. A little bit of ink. There we go. Now let's go toward the back. That could actually go on the very back page. That's cute. Let's go ahead and put this down here. Let's see how much of a mess we can make. There we go. See how that looks. Perfect. There we go. I like that. So we have those two pockets. Really cute. Let's see what we have going on here. That's pretty. How about we do this? We'll do this one here, but let's do just a corner here. About there. There we go. Just a little side tuck. Let's ink it up. Right there. Not usually fussed about things being crooked, but whenever it is obviously crooked, like this is a straight line, I like to make it correct. Now we'll go to the back. I don't think it would look good on that page. That's really close together, but I want a piece in the back. How about we do I really don't like it there though. We'll just hang on to this one for a moment. Just tuck it under here. Think about it. I wonder about right here. Let's too, no, that's just not right for right there. What about this piece? I like this piece. Where did the other one go? That was the ivory color and had the gold. Okay, just a moment here. I do like this one. I might use that one. That one. There it is. That's the one I'm looking for. I knew it was there. Just had to find it. Let's get these little top pieces torn off. Okay, now where do we have a pocket and where do we need one? Okay, we have one in the front. That's so pretty. I think that would be beautiful right there. Yeah, let's do a pocket here, but let's do a big one. Let's cut this in half. Sort of in half. What would half be? About right there. Right between those little diamonds. Okay, we'll do here. And I need to put the glue lid back on. We don't want to fuss with dried up glue. Where is the center of this? Right there. I'm going to make 2 of these. So let's do it at the same time. There we go. Ink it up a bit, just a little. Get it glued on. Stand up and make sure that's relatively straight. There we go. There we go. There's a pocket there. Let's see if there's somewhere else we could put this other pocket. It's just so pretty. Might be pretty on the back, huh? Here. Where's this one at? This one is toward the back. See if we can put the other one toward the front. Do we want it here? Or do we want it on this page here? I think I want it on the mushrooms. I think I like that better. Yes. Mushrooms? Yes, on the mushrooms. That'll be cute. Let's ink it up real quick. Get it glued on. I want you to still be able to see those mushrooms since they're so cute. Whoops. That went awry, didn't it? Let's make sure there's enough glue on it. Yes, there is. Just need it. Put a little pressure. Okay, that's pretty. Let's check it real quick and see if we need any more little pockets or things. So I have these 2 here that are nice. Ooh, that would make a good belly band. Okay, pocket here. And here. here. That might make a pretty belly band. I think that will be a really pretty belly band. Let's ink it up. Oops. There we go. That is a really pretty paper. Just pine trees or evergreen trees. I don't know my trees very well, but they're pretty. The gold foil. There, I think that is good. I do like these though. What about the plain pages? What if we put like just a tuck spot on those? I think that green might be pretty. Possibly one here and one here. Let's do one. No. Okay, I've made up my mind. So you want the plaid. I really like the plaid on it. For some reason, I do. Let's do scissors. There we go. Just here. Make sure that was small enough. It is, yes. Let's ink this up. I wonder if that would be cute on there. I think so. Just a little square. Why not? We'll turn this around. Go ahead and make the pocket for the other one. Okay, this one goes here. This one goes at the bottom. This one needs to go this way. Okay, that one goes up there. And this one will go like that. There we go. Okay, let's ink this up. Sit back down. I don't know if we inked it up or not. If I can't tell, I probably should, right? Okay. That looks good. Glues. Hold the side I don't want to glue. Just too much glue there, there, and there. Okay. Keep standing up because it's just easier for me to see some things. There, I think that looks really good on this page with the stenciling. Make sure I didn't, no I didn't, make sure I didn't glue where I didn't want to glue. I have done that before. Okay, let's ink this one up. And this one. we go. Now, this is a pocket or a tuck spot. A tuck spot. It only has two sides glued, so that's a tuck spot. There. Yeah, I like that. Very good. Okay, one more peek through and we'll be finished, and I will take it to the sewing machine and sew some ruffles on there. But we'll be finished with the pages. Pocket there. Tuck spot there. Pocket here. Tuck spot there. Pocket here. A belly band there. Tuck spot here. And a pocket there. I think that works good. Okay, I'm going to take this piece. I'm not sure if I want this on there or if I just want some. I think I just want some cream or something. I will find whatever is in there right by the sewing machine. Sure, I think I have some cream in there. So let me go get some trim sewn right on this edge. And then we'll be back and see what else we need to do. I didn't actually sew anything on. I found this and I thought it might look pretty just to be glued on. So I think that's what we're going to do. Just glue it right there. I think that'll be great. I think it's really pretty. I'll just cut a piece off. There. Just get it glued down with this Fabrifix. I think that will work. Now I'm going to place it down. I want it to be about right there. That to stick out quite a bit. There. Barely patting it down. That Fabrifix will grip it really quickly. Can always pop some more down if I need to. Let me see if that's how far out I wanted it to be. There, I think that is just great. Now I'm going to turn around and put some on the back. I think that'll be cute. Just cut a piece for the back. Okay, we need it to be about that wide. So I know how wide I need it to be all the way down. Just hold this here too, just as a guide also. Just a little bit there. Because I want this to be right on the edge. Just going to pat it down a little bit. I got too much of the Fabrifix there. I can get that off with my finger easier. There. Right to the edge. There we go. Okay, we're going to let this dry. The front piece is almost already dry. That is really, really nice. I like that. go ahead and cut this front one off. That. Cut these two back ones off because I know there's not any glue on that part. There. Perfect. Okay, we'll let that dry. Let's go ahead and do a 3-hole paintless stitch in this. I already have my paper clips holding the single signature together. Just have them in there nice and snug. And everything is flush and where I want it to be. So I'm going to just start. This is a single signature and the cover. I'm not going to make a graph and all that. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this for the middle, but I leave it closed when I push the needle through because that helps it to go straight through and land right there on the fold rather than go one direction or the other. I don't always get it perfect, but that seems to be the method that works for me. Pull it through in the middle, just leave a tail there. I just kind of tuck it underneath one of the paper clips. Then I'm going to go to the top and make a hole in here first, about halfway between there and there. This will be about right there. Just keep it folded. Makes it a lot easier to get it right there on the fold line. There's the hole there for that one. Then I'll pop down here and just do a hole halfway between there and there again, about the same as the other one, and just keep it folded while I poke the hole. Lost my place. This one's a little tougher to go through. There. Okay, made the holes. So now I'm going to go back. Since I've already gone through, I started going through wherever you want to tie it at. That's where you want your needle to go through at. If I wanted to tie on the outside, then I would begin on the outside. But I want to tie on the inside, so through the middle there. Then I will go through this hole. Just kind of wiggle it a little to make sure it's going to go through there. There it is, coming out exactly where I want it to. Just going to pull it through. This is just a simple 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Go down to this hole that I punched right there. Just fold it again. It makes it a lot easier for the pages to stay together. Just going to pull it through there, the bottom hole. Then I'm going to go back up to this middle hole and go in. Kind of keep it folded. It's a little easier to me. Just don't want to pierce the other thread here. Just want to make sure you're not poking through that thread. If you are, it's not a huge deal, but it's just better if you don't. Back out, try it again here. Coming out. There we go. Just making sure that I am not going through this other thread. I pull that thread to that side. And you want to make sure that you have one end on each side of this center thread, whatever it is you use to bind. This is just wax thread. Wax linen thread. There we go. It's caught there, so you always check before you tie anything up that it's not caught on anything. There we go. That looks nice. So I am going to just tie it all the way down and then go through the opposite way. And tie it. I'm going to take my awl and just smash it down. There we go. So it's not such a big knot and bulky in there. That looks good. Let me put this needle away before I lose it. There. Okay, now we can take out the paper clips. Oops, knocked the penguin over. There. Now, just going to tie this in a bow for the moment, just to get it out of the way. I want to have a look and see. I went ahead and glued this on. I found that. I thought it was really cute. I found another bigger piece. We may put it on there too. I think it just adds a lot to it. Just a little bit there. Let's see. There's the window envelope. Just a piece of junk mail. We made it into a journal. That's the center signature. Center of the signature. I think it turned out really cute. Very nice. And there we go. We have a cover and how many pages? I think there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 4. Be 24 pages plus the cover. Yeah, 6 times 4 is 24. Think about that for a moment. I think this is really cute, but I can't decide which way I want it to go. Oh, that's cute, like that, isn't it? Going kind of down. Yeah, let's go ahead and glue this on. I think that'll be really nice right there. Make sure I'm going the correct direction with it. Yes, this is the bottom. And these are kind of folded up a little bit. They'll be okay once you get glue on them. Just put a dot of glue on each piece. Just a little. Don't need a whole big glob. If I see it's not holding, I can just take a Q-tip later and just tuck some glue, some more Fabri-Tac under. Here we go. Now I'm going to stand up again here. Whoops, got to get a hold of that stem. Okay. Can't get it on my fingers, but that is fine. I think I wanted it going across here. That. This can go on top of that. Come on. There we go. Let's see. I think that looks really cute. I didn't want to cover up too much of the mushrooms. Just barely tap it. Oh, I think it turned out really, really fun. Love it. just wanted to share that with you. Just made this out of a window envelope that came in the mail. And I think it turned out really, really sweet. And I'm Bex with Black Whisper Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful crafty day.